share my God Kings and Kings. I share Masedi. Welcome to my live, my late night live dream interpretation, free dream interpretation. Because we just got here, so we might as well just make it free till further notice. Yeah, I can see you. I can see you. Please do tap the screen. Do tap the screen. Make sure that you like the video and share the video so that it reaches people that need assistance with their spiritual gift or with their dream interpretation. Dreams. Me interpreting their dreams. So this is what we're going to do. You're going to share your dreams in the comment section and then I'm going to be answering them. And then this will definitely help other people to also have access to dream interpretation. You understand? So move the video around and then it's gonna, assist people too. It's gonna assist people too. Dreaming of being late at school. If you're the type of person that likes to dream of being late at school, it means that you're the type of person that is always late for everything. Meaning you're slow. Meaning that whenever something is supposed to happen or whenever you're supposed to realize something, you're always late to the party. You understand? You're always late to the party. You come to school while everyone has finished going to that prayer section and maybe probably they are writing or maybe they're probably doing something. So now the biggest question would be, what is making you late from you realizing certain things? What is keeping you slow? What's happening? What's wrong? It might be a physical thing or rather, what's wrong? What's happening? Fine shit. What's the deal with seeing celebrities in your sleep? If you see celebrities in your sleep, it means that you are either connected to people, ancestors, spiritual people that were well known. You see celebrities because of the level of spirituality that you are at or the level of spirituality your ancestors were at. It's either you come from a background of people that were very well known. You understand? Mboniswa, dreaming of seeing prophet people getting in your house wearing different speaker. What were they doing inside your house? Sometimes it can mean that they're trying to make you aware of the fact that this is also part of your spiritual journey by attires. And then sometimes it can mean, a bad thing because of, depending on how you felt the time that thing was happening. If they didn't come to do any harm, it might be your ancestors trying to show you the different types of sipika that you have, and you can note that down. You can definitely note that down. Dreaming washing a red cloth. Go and buy that red cloth that you saw yourself washing. And also you might find that if you do have ancestral cloth, they might need a bit of cleansing. You need to cleanse them. You understand? So tap into that. Gorata, dreaming a red and black cloth. You have to go and get the red and black cloth. It depends though. If the red and black cloth was yang Koyamabara, the leopard print one, or the Mundau one with a lion, that's the two ones that I know. And also there's this other one with the feathers and all. So you just have to remember the type of printings or patterns that were there. And if it's a plain cloth, that means you're going to have to buy both those two plain cloth, the black and the red one. What's the deal with hundreds of thousands of people with their flashlights on, seemingly taking pictures of you? I had a dream like one time, I think last year. I think it might represent, if it's not fame, because normally that is done by paparazzi, you know. It's either people are watching you, like a lot of people, you know, everyone is watching you. People are just watching your life, or they are interested in knowing what's going on with your life, which is what paparazzis do. Malibongwe. They were holding white candles. One of them was reading a Bible. I think this is just your ancestors identifying the type of gift they bring to you. So you can definitely, you know, connect with that. White candle and Bible reading, the prophetic gift. Mukhulu thokoza gogo. I dreamt my aunt telling me ukuthi izimbuzu ziphelile, where they selling, and I'm supposed to do ancestral Thanksgiving. And now currently my boss is refusing to give me leave or absence. Well, I really can't say much about it. Maybe it's not yet the right time for you to do the ceremony, because already you're being told that dipudi di fedile. So I would advise you to also communicate with your ancestors to ask more clarity. Ask more clarity to understand if they want this to happen now, or it's something that can happen later on, you know, just to be careful. It's almost like I walked into a stadium full of people and they all had their cameras pointing towards me. Yeah. Let's just say maybe if spiritually or physically working in in a stadium full of people, you're the one you're the one that's playing the game. Let's say you're the center of attention and then everyone is watching you. I could look at it like that. And then now everyone is watching you, not only with their eyes but also on the internet. Remember, everything is spiritual. The fact that you are here talking to me on my phone doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that people are not watching you. There are people that are watching us right now as we're talking. You know, you just can't see them. We just can't see them. But yeah. Orat, dreaming of Mavala. What is Mavala? Mavala aing? Mavala jwang? Would you happen to know the reason behind people staring at you all the time when you are in public? This is in person now, not in the astral plane. Like, I go through this all the time. Yeah, you'll get used to it. I don't think there's anything that can be explained about that one. You just have to get used to it, you know, especially if you're a spiritual person. You know, probably maybe you might feel like they're looking at you and for no reason, but it's actually your energy attracting them. You understand? Because of physically, how I see you might not be how everyone sees you. Two different things. I can see you as a human being. Someone can see you as a light being, because we don't know, you know, what other people see in their minds or in their eye. Some people are physically human, but whenever they view things, they might view them differently. Dreaming of old granny giving me 150. The granny was giving you a spiritual wisdom, knowledge. Money is knowledge, because money comes from trees, and trees are known to be the eldest ancestors. Yeah, I really took time to learn dream interpretation. Hey, I can say that my ancestors took me through that process, and yeah. Mabala like ko di agelong. Ko di agelong king. Happen na. Spedi. Mabala ko di agelong. Like mabala ko di agelong, meaning gore mo batho ba phasang hona. Like like when someone goes to church and then misha ko mabali. Is it something like that? Like motho a le thwasong or ka hae ba mo jwa re nyaka mabala. Is it something like that? Yeah, I see you. So, Gogo, what's the reason of people sneezing when they come across you or pass you by? It's like now getting to my nerves. That's other people's business. But I think your ancestors like snuff. Don't they like snuff? Ntsu. Mm. If you keep on dreaming of yourself, Oluko Mabaleng, initiation school, or Mabala Krekenyana, so ka nna go tšele badimo ba hao, your ancestors trying to identify that you're going through initiation. Remember that they can show you Mabala, I get, and then you can go look for Mabala out to find them. The next thing you know, you are there practicing whatever you have to practice, then you go home. Or it can be their way to show you that right now you are at this stage in your life. Remember, they use your dreams to identify that you are at this stage in your life. You understand? Tap into that. If you're asking yourself, well, am I going to go to initiation school? Am I going to be initiated? You might find that they walk you through that process of you seeing yourself in your dreams, being in this space. But physically, you are at home. But spiritually, you are at that space. Because of spiritually, you are there. We don't have to take your body physically to go and initiate. We just only want your spirit. Because remember, you're not a human being. You are a spiritual being. This body is just a vessel. Your body is just a vessel carrying your spirit, carrying you. So, whatever they want to do to your body, or whatever they want to do, not to your body, whatever they want to take you through, your ancestors spiritually, they can utilize, your spirit. They don't have to utilize your body to get you from point A to point B. They can just use your spirit. If they want something, they can take your spirit to a particular place and 1, 2, 3. You will be aware of it because that's your body. That's you. You're seeing those things because that's you. That's them taking you somewhere outside of your body. You understand? So tap into that. Let's not talk about aliens and extraterrestrials. What? English. But let's not talk about it. Because right now I just want to focus on dream interpretation. Yeah, there's a lot of things I can say about it, but let's just say we are the aliens. Yeah, but let's not talk about it. People say dreaming about explosions means something. Is it true? Yeah, it's true. It means something. Dreamt of climbing up a mountain carrying a heavy rock with blue white inside the rock. A white man came and took the rock from me and carried it to the top of the mountain. I think Pakamile, that's just to identify your ancestors that are connected to air. Because normally people that are on the mountains, people that climb the mountains, mostly those ancestors are connected to air and water. They had to give you something drastic for you to remember the dream. So those are just your ancestors connected to the mountains, meaning that they are ancestors that used to live in the mountains connected to you, connected to you, and then they're just reminding you that, hey, Mona, you're also connected to this. I saw a lady that I like but don't know. She seemed to be hanging with another man, then came to me and she said she is leaving, but I will return in the evening after work. Okay. I don't know how to interpret that. Thobela gogo. Ke dula ke lora ke bona picture ya ka or ke ipona mo seponing and ke ipona ke le motloko ko tsona and I admire myself. It means wa ke rata. Karabelo. It means you are in love with yourself. You might find that physically you're the type of person that likes to look at yourself. You like to admire yourself. You like to just, always fancying yourself and all that, those type of things. So you're also going to see yourself doing those things even in your dreams. How can I help you, Magwen? Dreaming of prophetic person prophesying you. Yeah, you were getting a prophetic prophesy. You were getting a prophetic message on the other side. Meaning maybe you should go and call. Probably maybe you're wondering or asking a lot of things. Why won't you let us see you though, even if it's for a minute? Because of my lighting is bad. Hopefully, once my lighting is okay and then my ring light is back on, I'll start to reveal my face. Don't worry. Dreaming of praying at the mountains. That's where your ancestors are at. That's where your ancestors are at. That's what they used to do. You're doing exactly what they used to do. Dreaming of writing exams, always mathematics. It's continuous, always not answering, always not knowing answers at first, but soon I get answers from nowhere. Ke dipalo, Thapelo. Your ancestors are taking you through the process of dipalo. There's this other cloth, yeah, blue. It has blocks and like this lining maroon. The outer layer, it's like kind of like this light, this maroon color. Ke dipalo. Your ancestors are teaching you how to read in between the lines. You might find that you're struggling to read in between the lines, or you used to struggle with reading in between the lines. But now you can identify things, even though maybe sometimes you might be like, ish, maybe it's all in my head. Maybe I'm overthinking. But that's how they teach you how to, you know, read in between the lines. Ke dipalo. What does it mean if you dream of being in school and you can't find your school bag? Well, the good thing is that you're going through initiation, Maguna. But if you can't find your school bag, I don't know. What does the school bag represent? It carries your book. It carries your books. Then you're at school and you can't find it. You can't find your bag. If you can't find your bag, that means you don't have your books. If you can't find your books, that means you're not going to write. And if you can't write, that means you're going to be played with. Okay, but I don't know what that might mean by you losing your school bag. Are you the type of person that likes to lose a lot of things in your physical life? Are you careless? Are you the type of person that likes to lose things in your physical life? Are you the type of person that is careless? Out of the blue, things just get lost. You're doing something important, jiggy jiggy, something is lost. That's going to assist you. If that's the case, that maybe it might represent that. But you being at school, you're going through initiation. But the question is, are you the type of person that likes to lose important things? Google the meaning of dreaming being given plastic of muti. Who was giving it to you? It might be your ancestors to identify that you work with muti or something, but who was giving it to you? And remember, everything can be done in the spiritual realm. It doesn't necessarily have to be done physically. What does it mean if you see floating circles in the sky? Were you dreaming or were you seeing them with your physical eyes? Dreaming, singing gospel music because you love gospel music. Barbara, you love gospel music. That's why you sing gospel. Well, when it comes to gospel music, it hits your heart. You adore it. You find healing in gospel music. That's why you dream of yourself singing gospel music. That's how you connect with your ancestors. Dreaming of yourself consulting at a traditional healer while consulting a big fire star, and you manage to escape and run to the next house that is blue and white like sun. Well, I guess your ancestors don't want you at any traditional healer's house. You're not supposed to go to any traditional healer, which makes sense because of sometimes our ancestors do not want us to go to traditional healers. Why? Some traditional healers are bad. Like, if you're honestly speaking, some traditional healers are not good people. You understand? Yeah, our ancestors prefer church more than going to a traditional healer because of, at least at church they might practice witchcraft and herbalism, but it's not as strong as like when you are going to a traditional person. Some places are not good. So you first start off with your prophetic gift if you are connected to the prophetic gift first before you can start doing traditional things, because of they're gonna show you flames. Traditional healers, they will show you flames. Even I started first with the prophetic gift before I could even start being acknowledging the traditional ones, because I had to learn and understand certain things before I can dive into other things. So stay away from traditional healers. Banele, stay away. Sibanda, hi Gogo. I've had multiple dreams of seeing crocodiles, mermaids, and being underwater and around water. That is just to identify that you come from the waters, you have ancestors from the waters, and all those water creatures that you saw, those are connected to your bloodline, they are connected to you. You are them, they are you. You can shape shift into them. Your ancestors are like that. That's where you come from. Remember, everything comes from Mother Nature. You understand? Everything comes from Mother Nature. So outside of being human, if you were to go back to Mother Nature, which is the ground, which is the soil, where would you go? Some people come from the waters, some people come from the mountains, some people come from the trees. So it seems like you are a water baby, and those are your roots. Ashe. Mboniswa. Is it good? Is it the good thing when you try to wake, but it's hard? You can't even speak. You feel something is whole. Sagatel, you're talking about sleeping paralysis. Did I pronounce it right? I think I did. It's not good. It's not good. If you're experiencing Sagatel sleeping paralysis, it's either there's an entity in the room, probably maybe sitting next to the bed. It's either it's on top of you or it's about to enter. And the only reason why that thing is even able to do that type of thing is because of you. You are the reason why it has power over you. You understand? That's why we always tell people. That's why we always tell people to eat healthy, to build a spiritual foundation, so that whenever that thing comes, you're able to look at it and say, "Oh, man, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me." Those things are very crazy, man. I remember this one time, just to share an experience. I remember this one time I had sleeping paralysis before I even got into like deeper spirituality. And then as I was sleeping, that thing was on top of me. And I started to pray Our Father. It was laughing at me, man. Like it was laughing at me. Like as I was praying Our Father, and it was laughing. Hey? So as I'm praying up, but this thing is laughing at me, and also it's pulling me down. And then, I had to call my ancestors because our father is not waking. And then I called my ancestors. And when I called my ancestors, it ran. That's when it removed itself from me. So I was like, this Our Father thing is not gonna work for me, hey? It's not gonna work for me. So sleeping paralysis is, we are the ones that allow it to happen onto our body, because we were never taught how to protect ourselves spiritually. But sleeping paralysis is caused by entities that like to drain your emotions. They feed off your negative emotions. I see the floating circles every day in real life. What does it mean if you dream carrying a gun to protect yourself? But if you're seeing those floating things every day in your life, I think that's your third eye. You're not actually seeing them with your physical eyes, you're actually seeing them with your third eye. Just that the third eye can also affect those other two eyes. Maluleka, hey Gogo, what does it mean to dream of green python very big behind the yard is swallowing a goat, and after it was done, it left? I did nothing to me as I was standing beside it, and it left. As I was going back inside the house, I see a pangela chicken, then water just came into the yard. I ran inside the house. I found a boy child in the dining room alone wearing a black snake cloth and a white leopard skin. What does it mean? It might represent your ancestors. Yes, a lot of things were going on, but the biggest thing was you identifying the snake. Next thing you see the goat. Next thing you see uh, the Bangala chicken. Next thing you see a boy child wearing a snake, a black and white, uh, wearing a what? Black snake cloth. I don't know if I've ever seen a black snake cloth, but I do know that it has like a dominant color that's black and then red. You might find that that is the cloth that was given to you. That's why you saw it. And then a leopard skin, which is, white, that was also given to you. The boy child might be representing an ancestor that is a man or a grandfather. So the good thing is you saw it. So I would advise you to seek more clarity. But yeah, I think the white leopard skin that you were given, that's yours. Like the one that you saw, it's yours. The cloth of the snake, it's yours. Because you're the one that was able to identify that other snake that you saw that was swallowing the goat, which you were right there, and it did nothing to you, your ancestors. So you can note those things down and keep them in the back of your mind, that this is what I need to get. Eventually, you might find that it will be given to you in your dreams. But normally, most of the time, when our ancestors like to show us that it's an ancestor, they appear as a child. They appear as a child, just like a child is a gift. If you are pregnant, you are carrying a gift, which is a child. So most of the time, they like to appear. That the only way we can identify which one is this one is through the gender of the baby or the child. Dreaming of snow, dreaming of walking on a bridge, and your ancestors are connected to the water cat. Lesedi nkgono, I have dreamt ke fiwa box ba re e tshwere di-tools jaaka second time ke kry-a leather bag in the water river, but the bag was tied, not sure what was inside. What kind of bag? Bag ya ditaola ke reng? Is bag ya ditaola? Ke sekhwama. We were dreaming of being given the red and blue beads that cross from the shoulders to the waist, and the one with and the bone with beads, but this was given to me by a lady at the pharmacy. Go and buy those things that were given to you and make them and wear them. I was with my mom, and she specifically instructed me to go to instructed me to give to the lady on the left. There was two ladies standing there. The lady read the letter, then gave me the beads. Yeah, go and buy those beads. Remember that your ancestors can utilize the things that you see on a daily basis just to make you aware of the kind of person you are. You are at a pharmacy. Those people sell medicine, meaning that you are a spiritual doctor that works with herbs. Medicine is herbs. Do you see the metaphors and the, what do you call them? DM, the riddles and the symbols? Go and buy those things and make them exactly how you saw them. Remember the bone and go and look for the bone and make it and do exactly what you saw and wear them. Wadipatlela, and then you wear them. Wapasa, using your candles, and then you wear them. What does it mean to dream of president riding the taxi with you? Yeah, I don't know what that means, but the president is a very important person. You might find that it's a representation of a certain ancestor to show that you're that important. You're that important. Gogo, they once tried me to choke me. Three old ladies wearing all black. I told them on the dream I'm a prayer, and they left me and disappeared, trying to puff me with a black smoke. That's good. Remember, the physical body is just to have a physical experience. Spiritually, you can see things that people are doing. Those three ladies, you might find that they've been moving, doing things around and all that. And then next thing, you have access to them, you know. You build a stronger foundation spiritually, it gives you access to prevent people from coming and causing havoc into your life. So be careful. But you're careful. They won't mess with me. They won't mess with you. You can see things that are coming. You can see things that are heading your way. So that will help you prevent a lot of things. Pakamile dreamt being driven by a lady wearing silver shiny bulletproof uniform, guarding me and driving me to a VIP event. She wouldn't let anyone near me, and I was carrying a silver gun too, guarding me. That means you're very important, and you're also guarded, hey? Very protected. Ashe Charles. Hi Gogo, what does it mean to dream of my ancestors wearing all black? It means that their color is all black, and all black is not a bad color. All black is not a bad color. Understand? So don't panic. Unless you felt a negative energy of and I feel like this people that are wearing all black are not good people, but black is not a bad color. We also have black things, but we wear them at a certain time when when we are supposed to wear them. So what does it mean if you dream seeing a leopard in the sky in a form of a cloud shining in gold? It's just a representation of your ancestors, the spiritual animal that they are connected to. It's leopards. The other day, a gold star was floating in my room. Those are also representation of your ancestors. Just like people that see, yeah, it's not light, but it comes as a light, but it's kind of like a star floating around. And then that's how you can identify, oh, my ancestors are light. They are no longer coming as a form of shadows, but they are light. And I'm going to stop giving spiritual clarity. I'm not doing spiritual clarity. Guys, don't ask spiritual clarity questions. I was saying that when you dream of yourself collecting those things at a pharmacy, it means that your ancestors can use the things that you basically see physically in your day, in your life, going to the doctors and wara wara. So now the message behind this is you're going to fetch things just like you're doing running errands at a pharmacy. When you get there, you find someone, you give them a list of the things that you want, kind of like medicine. You give them a list and then they give you whatever that you're supposed to have. So your ancestors are going to utilize this type of people just to identify they come from a background of people that used to work with herbs, medicine. You understand? And whatever you're gonna be putting on your body is because of the people that work with medicine. It's because ongaka, you are a traditional healer. That is why it was given to you in a pharmacy store. Because pharmacy, it's kind of like people that sell dikhare, which is herbs. Medicine is herb. Every medicine is made from a herb. So it's just your ancestors reminding you that you are a traditional herbalist and a bone reader because you're wearing the bone. You can read bones. That is what it means. Yeah, you should buy them. You should definitely buy them. Dreams of being at school, doing a lot of things, seeing myself seated in class, but it's unlikely for me to see myself being taught by a teacher, even though there are teachers around. You're going through initiation, Garabelo. That's just your ancestors trying to show you that you're going through initiation. Being in a white place, like the scene in the Matrix movie with an old man with long hair and beard. I don't know what that can represent, but if you have been tapped into going through the Matrix information in movies, you will go through experiences where your ancestors teach you or show you things, how you can break out of certain things using what you have been physically seeing. It's kind of like, look at it this way. Let's say you see yourself in a dream where you are trapped into that matrix movie type of scene where you can see the numbers, the green numbers moving up and down. And then next thing you know, they show you the way. They show you maybe like the light at the end of the tunnel where you can see like a tunnel of where this whole thing ends. And then you get out of that particular place with the numbers and all, and then you move into the light and out of the numbers and the system. It's just to show that you have gotten out of the matrix. So if you're asking yourself a lot of questions about what is the matrix, how do I get out, and then you're gonna see those things in your dreams. They will definitely appear in your dreams because that's the only way or some of the ways your ancestors can get you out of a situation or make you understand something that you've been asking yourself. Okay, please interpret that close road and have to take alternative routes. Huh? Can you please repeat the dream that you would like me to interpret? Yeah, you were supposed to see that, Makwin. It means you won the battle, Malibongwe. Barbara, dreaming of wearing white beads on my left. Go and buy the white beads, patella them and wear them. Gogo, what does it mean to dream about a lot of goats eating in the yard? It means you come from a background of people that had a lot of wealth, but you're gonna have to also have goats. They are needed. Gogo, my mother dreamt me on the roof speaking with tongues, wearing chains and binding that I were on church. You were praying. That's okay. That's okay. Maybe you were praying over the yard, the house, removing negative spirits. Like you said, you are a prayer warrior. I'm always dreaming fighting water snakes and killing it. I think before you kill it, you should identify if the snake wants to attack first. Because you might find that you're killing your ancestors just because you're scared of snakes. Pay attention to the energy to see if this snakes, do they want to kill you or do they want to talk to you or do they want to take you places, or are you just scared of snakes? That's why you're killing them. I was once advised by another gogo that I should not just buy the beads and JT if they didn't tell me what I must do with them. They must tell me first, then I buy. We do understand that there are people that might be scared of buying traditional things and warawara and all that. But sometimes your ancestors can also get pissed by the fact that they're showing you something and you're delaying them. So if they tell you to go and buy 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, go and buy them. And as a traditional healer, or as someone that is a traditional healer, when you come to me with a dream saying, oh, they gave me this and that, what does it mean? I have to interpret that for you. You understand? Isn't you should wait for your ancestor. Wara. Okay, let's say you wait for them and then they don't say anything. Then you come, you're still gonna have to find someone so that the person can explain those things to you. So that you can be able to understand what they mean. You understand? You have to understand, even if you're not going to be initiated by anyone, but you need to ask, or what does this mean and what does this mean? Yes, some people can say, Rawa, come, let me initiate you, you're not supposed to what, but if I'm being honest, you're going to have to buy them, and you're going to have to find someone that can explain those things to you, just like I did. Or, oh, this means 1 2 3, this means 1 2 3. You understand? And how you're going to utilize them, yeah, that can be a bit tricky, especially if you're the type of person that is very slow and you don't grab onto things very fast. Yeah, you're gonna have to continuously go for consultations, asking, compiling everything that you need to understand, and then go for a consultation. Ask, what do I need to do, what's going on, what's happening, and the person can take you through the process of, oh, this is what you need to do, oh, this is what you need to get, oh, this is what you need to 1 2 3 and 4 5 6 and 7 8 9 10. It's kind of like a mentor. Yeah, because come on, that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Flying and not being able to land on the ground with kids surrounding me. Because you're a spiritual being, you can fly. And then being surrounded by kids, it means you might, in the future, literally, you might work with bana, kids. Dreaming closing windows and you are inside the room, it means you are closing windows inside the room. What does it mean to dream of rhinos and elephants on a mountain? Those are your ancestors, your spiritual animals, rhinos and elephants, which some of them, of those ancestors, come from the mountains. That's where your ancestors reside. I was dreaming of. So you had to change a direction of where you were going because of you were seeing signs. That's okay. That's okay. I don't think there's a problem about that. You might find that maybe physically you're the type of person that likes to move in a certain direction, and the next thing you know, there's a roadblock or there are problems there, and then you have to take another direction. It might have to do with something that's happening in your life right now, or that was happening in your life, and then you had to make different decisions. Dreaming of your house being renovated. It's either it can mean cleansing, or your ancestors want you to renovate your house, or you wish to renovate your house. That can also trigger those type of dreams. Sometimes I experience vibrations. Okay, I'm not giving spiritual clarity, guys. Only dream interpretation. You have to go to those traditional stores. You can find them there. Even Indian people that sell, they also have those things. So you can also check them out. You can also check them out. I've been on here for like 40 minutes now. Yeah, you can talk about your dreams, but not vision. Dream interpretation and visions, two different things. Two different things. Yeah, I do understand that you can have visions, you can get visions. And then, yeah, but dreams and visions are two different things. Yeah, there are people that can dream of something and then it happens, but there's a reason why that happens. And then visions, that's for spiritual clarity. It means you're gonna work with kids, double. If you always dream of yourself being around Bana. It means you're gonna work with children. But I'm gonna have to love and leave you, my God, queens and kings. I'm gonna have to love and leave you. But thank you so much for joining my live. It was actually a good one for the first time. I will make sure that I come back and we continue doing what we're doing right now. Different types of topics, different types of questions, and so on and so forth. You understand? And then I'm also gonna be giving people free card readings. Already I've been taking names of the people that I'll be giving free card readings. So you can go to my posts and then comment your name and your surname, and then I'll be noting you down. In my next videos, I'm gonna be giving people free card readings just to see how everything is going in their spiritual life. But other than that, thank you so much for joining, and make sure to tune in next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, it's normal for you to see yourself flying because you're a spiritual being taught how to create a tornado. It's a normal thing, because remember, you're a spiritual being experiencing being human. You're not a human being. This is supernatural powers that we are talking about. Tap into that. But yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to cut you short, but enjoy the rest of your night. Ashe.